Welcome to this episode of CynSpeaks. I am your host, Cynamon Voe, and today we'll be talking about being spiritually open. In this episode, we'll talk a little bit about whether or not you're really ready to unlock a deeper level of your soul. Let me start by saying thank you for joining and welcome, and we'll kind of jump right in. So what I wanted to do is outline some of the signs that you may be ready to kind of dig deeper and go further as far as your spiritual journey. And these are based upon some of the signs that I felt within myself, along with life just setting this up for me. But the first one is definitely discomfort. I wasn't comfortable with where I was at. I wasn't comfortable with the direction that I was going. I had this yearning for more. I had this feeling that there was more within me. I felt that I was going to get more out of experiences if I dug a little deeper within myself. So I had a little bit of discomfort with where I was at. And it wasn't that I wasn't happy with where I was at. It was just that I knew there was more. And I was ready for that deeper level of knowing and understanding myself, but also people in general. So discomfort, also a desire for more. And that looked different for different areas of my life. In my career, I was desiring for more of a creative outlet where I was directly impacting and helping people. That was so important to me. It's always been important to me. But that became really strong when I knew I was ready to go a little bit deeper. There was also a desire to seek the truth. And that was in all areas. Again, it was within my soul, within my trauma, within my relationships, within my career, within my spiritual and at that time religious beliefs. I just wanted to know more and desired to seek the truth, which now I understand truth is ever evolving and always changing. For me, my truth is always changing. But being okay with that and digging deeper and wanting to kind of learn more about so many areas of my life. That led to the internal searching. So I started to really dig, and I started to really go deep with my thoughts, and I started to meditate more, and I started to say no and set boundaries, and I started to kind of learn about what I had done and the role that I had played in my situation and how that influenced my reality at the time. And then there was just an immediate focus on growth. So I decided to just focus on consistent growth within myself and choose to design the life that I wanted. So I kind of gave you an overview of what that would look like for me, or what that did look like for me. But for you, it could look different. You may feel a discomfort in your relationships. You may feel like you're not getting enough, or maybe your relationship isn't as happy as you'd want it to be, or maybe it's not as deep or as passionate as you want it to be, and you've decided that there's some work that has to be done for you to get to that space. All of that is okay. Discomfort leads to growth, so it's okay to be or feel a discomfort with where you're at while still being thankful that you are where you're at. If that makes sense, that's a little bit tricky. You can be thankful for your present state and your present moment, but still desire for more. And that balance is what we're always seeking, is that balance. And that balance is what will keep you grounded and truly and genuinely happy, is figuring out how to be happy where you're at while also focusing on designing where you want to go. As far as desiring for more, you may want more out of your life, out of your relationships. You may want more happiness. You may want more things. Some people are happy with things. I'm not one of those people, but no judgment. You may desire for more meaningful relationships. You may desire for a better career or a more fulfilling career. You may desire for more love and a more abundant place of love in your life. And just desiring that is enough to create it. So desiring for more. Truth seeking, that's going to look different for everybody. Everybody has a little bit of a unique perspective on religion and spirituality. So that's going to look unique for you. I can't tell you what that should or shouldn't look like, but that could look like maybe you're exploring other religions. Maybe you're researching other religions, even if it's on a theoretical level, just to understand some of the philosophies and maybe see how those philosophies can help you grow as a person and as a soul, inhabiting a human body. So just that seeking of truth and deeper versions of truth, that may be kind of a sign that you're ready for deeper levels. Internal searching. That is huge, and that's going to change your life, because that internal search for answers is the basis of most meditations, whether we know it or not. So when you're meditating and you're observing your thoughts, you're searching. So you're digging and you're observing your thoughts and not necessarily attaching yourself to any one thought, but you are acknowledging them and noticing them, and then allowing yourself to go with the thought and see where that thought takes you. And that thought may take you to another thought, and your thoughts will continue to take you on this journey that will unlock levels of growth. Everything is connected. So as you further understand yourself and you further understand why you may have a particular perspective on a situation, or why your trauma isn't healed yet, or why you keep replaying the same exact narrative over and over again. As you look internally for answers instead of looking externally on social media or Google even, and you start looking within, that's a huge sign that you're ready to kind of dig deeper. And it's huge, and I commend you if that's the sign, because that's a big one, kind of to look within and say, hey, I may not be okay. I may not be perfect. I may be the reason for some of my issues, like some of the situations that hurt me may have been my fault to an extent, and I may have played a role in that, and I want to do better next time. So looking within is huge. And then focusing on growth. Like if you have a huge internal focus on just doing better and growing into a better version of you and elevating and expanding to the next level, that's a huge sign that you're ready and you're spiritually open and you're ready to go deeper. So I wanted to kind of cover that, because I want to make sure that if you're going to continue to join us for this podcast, that it's going to serve you and that it's going to help you. And those are kind of some of the signs of the people that will probably benefit most from the podcast. There are some episodes that are going to be strictly reviews of concerts from a spiritual perspective, or venues, or discovering what people are doing within the community, all from a spiritual perspective. But I want to make sure that my listeners are getting the most out of each and every episode. So that's kind of the audience I'm looking for. I'm looking for the people that are open and ready to go deeper and ready to have these conversations that haven't been had before, and are ready to grow and just do better for themselves. So I hope that's you. I hope that you join us for future episodes. And that's it. This one's a really quick one, but that's it for now. Thank you for joining.